Today, we are pleased to welcome a distinguished economic leader who stands at the heart of policy formulation and capacity building in the Arab region. Our guest heads one of the most important regional centers affiliated with the International Monetary Fund and a center dedicated to strengthening economic thinking, empowering decision makers and interpreting global financial developments in a way that reflects the realities of our region. Based in Kuwait and through his role as director of the Middle East Center for Economics and Finance, our guest works at the intersection of academic knowledge, policy making and the evolving needs of Arab economics amid a rapidly changing global landscape. It is our pleasure to welcome Dr. Sami bin Naceur. It's really a pleasure to have you in Good Morning Kuwait.
Thank you so much for the kind invitation to speak about the IMF CEF.
Yeah, definitely. Dr. Sami, earlier we had some conversation. First, you've been here 2 years before, earlier like
10 years ago.
10 years ago, and then you came now for 6 months, you're in Kuwait. So, I mean, is there any secret for that?
No, I think I enjoyed my 2 years when I was there 10 years ago, and I think it's a good opportunity to come. I was a deputy director back then, and now I come as a director, have a vision for the center.
Good.
I know the place, I know Kuwait, I know the region. So for me, it's a great opportunity to be here for the next 3 to 4 years.
The holy month of Ramadan will be coming, so you have all these social gatherings.
Absolutely. That's a great time also to go to the Diwaniyas.
Yeah, Diwaniyas.
And to meet with local peoples
Amazing.
and so on.
Amazing, Dr. Sami.
That's a great time.
Okay, Dr. Sami, so let's go for finance.
Okay.
So from your current position, how would you describe the responsibility of leading a regional center affiliated with the IMF at a time of rapid economic transformation in the Middle East?
So that's a great question. But before going there, I just need a minute to present a little bit the IMF CEF. So the IMF CEF has been established in 2011. And it was, and it is till now fully funded by the state of Kuwait through the KIA, the Kuwait Investment Authority. And I would like to thank them and to thank the management of the KIA for their generous financial and strategic support.
Okay.
So the IMF CEF is one of the 17 regional capacity development centers of the IMF, and it covers 22 Arab countries. And it has delivered, since its inception in 2011, 600 events, including courses, workshop on TAs, seminars, high-level seminars, symposium, conference, webinars. And we are proud today of having trained more than 18,000 government officials.
Wow.
And we are celebrating this year our 15 years anniversary, and we will be starting the fourth phase of the center. So just as an introduction. And also the question is very relevant here. It's a privilege and a huge responsibility to be leading the center. Arab world, as you say, is witnessing major transformation. Diversification, we heard a lot of this, energy transition, digitalization, and private sector-led growth. So we have 3 duties here in the center. So we want to equip government officials in the region with the practical knowledge and tools to devise, sequence, and implement successful reform. And the objective is to generate growth, increase productivity, and also create jobs, raise productivity in the country and generate growth. So the second objective is, and duty is to equip government officials with tools and knowledge to navigate the turbulent times and maintain the stability of the economy and the financial sector. And third duty is to create a platform to peer-to-peer learning so that government officials in the Arab country share their experience. So that are my 3 duties and 3 responsibilities at the head of the center.
Definitely something very important. You want to add something?
No, that's it.
So what distinguishes the Middle East Center for Economics and Finance from the other IMF regional centers, in particular, particularly in terms of its priorities and areas of focus?
Here, I think we are one of the 17 regional center development center in the world. The IMF has 17.
17.
But one in the Arab world, and it is the IMF CEF.
Okay.
So what distinguishes us? So first, we are a region that have diverse country. We have all exporters, all importers, fragile and conflict states, and high-income country with low capacity, which is particular to our region. And also, most of the centers outside the Arab region deliver training with the IMF only, exclusively. But we are also working with other international and regional institutions like the World Bank, the OECD, the WTO, and now we are increasing our partnership with regional institutions like the Islamic Development Bank, the EFSAB, the Islamic Financial Service Board, and the UNDP to the Middle East. So we are not really catered only to the IMF, but we also work with regional and international institutions. This is a little bit a particularity here. But also in terms of priority, as you said. So we have different priority than other regions. So you know, our regions suffer, most of the country, of high level of debt. So you have exception in the region. Kuwait is an exception, but you have also countries that suffer of distress in debt because of conflict and fragility. We have also low productivity in the region, and we have also low financial access. And some countries also suffer of high level of poverty. So this is, I think, the priority that we have in mind, try to tackle by our program here at the CEF.
That's definitely something worth thinking of. So how do you translate the IMF's global vision into training programs and policy support that genuinely reflect the specific realities of Arab economics, rather than applying one size fits all models?
So this is a great question. I like it so much. And again, I tell you, so what we do generally, we're a demand-based center. So what we do, we co-design program with our counterpart, the Minister of Finance and central banks in the region. And we meet virtually and we meet face-to-face to discuss what are their needs. So that's one way we do it. The second way, we have the MCD department at the IMF, the Middle East and Central Asia department. They have teams that go every year to country to assess their economy, but also they assess their capacity development needs. So they write a report every year to show the gaps and what are the needs in the region. And based on our interaction with ministers and central banks, and with this report, we come up with our program for the next fiscal year. So that's why it didn't come directly from the IMF. It is based on the needs of the region.
Every year there is something different.
Absolutely, and it is based on the requests coming from the authority. But also, to make sure, we use also regional data. We use Arab case study, Arab region case study, an example for our region in our delivery, to make them really adapted to the needs of the region. But also we tailor our program to the different kind of country, because you have oil exporter. You cannot deliver the same program for oil exporter and oil importer. We have countries that are fragile in conflict, so we have to adapt the program to the needs of this country. And sometimes also we deliver courses for different levels, so for people that just enter the ministry, but also sometimes executive kind of training for, let's say, deputy governors, deputy minister of finance. So we need to tailor to this different needs. But also we follow up with the participants, with the ministers, and we adjust and use feedback to refine our module of our course. That's why we are adaptable. So we adapt to the needs, we adapt to the feedbacks. So that's how we proceed.
And in your view, what is the most critical gap facing economic policymakers in the region today? Lack of data, the speed of global change, or limited engagement with society?
So that's another fantastic question. So based on there is a report provided by our MCD department on the needs of the region and capacity development, I can tell you. So one of the things is the demand. The demand of training and capacity development in the region is very high. Just give you an example. For 20 positions we offer of training capacity development, we receive 300 applicants. Whoa. Just to tell you, there is really a big gap between the demand and the supply. So this is one thing to highlight. Okay. The second gap is, as you highlighted, is data.
Data. Okay.
So there is really a problem of data of the region.
We need data so we can have a good judgment.
Absolutely, and do good economic analysis. And this is, I think, when the team IMF team go to assess the economy, one of the things they find out is the lack of data. Okay. Or the data is not of high quality.
So you have to work on the data.
Absolutely, and that's why the IMF and all the institutions are providing training and capacity development on how to improve data. Yeah. So government data, but also national account data. So this is one of the things that is said as a gap. But also gap is related also to fiscal policy. The country are doing reform on fiscal policy, especially tax policy and expenditure policy and PFM, public finance management. So there is a big gap in the region in this area, and there is a lot of demand. Other gap is how to manage crisis, how to manage financial crisis. So we find out there is a gap. Macro forecasting, there is a gap there too. Okay. And also IML CFT, there is also a gap in this region. But also something that is highlighted in the report is the high income, low capacity country demand is not met or met with delay due to funding issue in this area. So that's another also gap that the IMF need to also
so if I understood the last point, your Dr.
It is high income and low capacity country. Okay. So the IMF, due to resource, because they devote resources mostly to a country that are really middle income and low income and country in fragile. So the high income country also did not benefit in the right time with delay, I think. I see.
So Dr. Sami, economic is often perceived as complex and inaccessible. How does the center work to simplify economic concepts without compromising their analytical depth?
Absolutely, this is also a very interesting question. So what we do generally, so when we devise that training program, capacity development program, so we work with the headquarter, IMF headquarter, they have instructor designer. And this instructor designer will help us make sure that the content that we deliver fit with the audience and is without economic jargon, and make sure that this context or content will fit with the audience and can be simplified in a way to transfer the knowledge without losing into the depth. So we have this instructor designer. But also what we have, I think I was in the team, we developed an AI tutor. AI. Called Kiran, and this AI tutor will interact with participants before delivering the course, and we will feed it, this Kiran, with documents, paper research, lecture, that will enable this tool to help the participant understand the main concept, the core concept of the delivery before coming and attending the face-to-face delivery of the course. So we do that. I was the one of the team who developed this tool. Nice. And third, what we do, we have recently developed a new way of delivering our training. We are delivering what we call the blended training. So what happened, we combine the virtual with the face-to-face. So before bringing the participant here in Kuwait, we interact with them 1 week virtually.
Okay.
We provide them all the information they need, the concept and thing, and we interact with them. Try to answer all the questions with them and to simplify, I think, all the notion and to make sure that they have all the content in their mind to come and do the hands-on work here in Kuwait. So this is why, this is a way also to simplify. But also the IMF has developed a lot of hands-on tools, like how to do depth sustainability analysis, how to do stress testing, how
so
to
there
organize.
are applications.
So they have applications that are used. And there is a lot of also case study, workshop, example to make our content really very adaptable to the needs.
Amazing, amazing. So based on your experience, what economic skills and competencies should today's public sector leaders possess that were not considered essential decades ago?
So yes, this is something I thought about it a lot. And I think 10 years ago, macro and fiscal skills were enough. But today, these skills are not enough in this very turbulent world, changing changing in rapid space, and so on. So what we need, I think, we have 4 skills that are essential for government officials to succeed in their work. I think data literacy. So how to understand data, how to use data, how to compile data. So that is very important for me. Also risk and scenario planning, because you know we live in a world of uncertainty and risk.
Absolutely.
So they need to have the tool to assess risk and also to build scenarios. So that's a skill that are essential now for government. And also digital and AI awareness. You know, we are definitely living a world of digitalization. AI is everywhere, intrusive. Then we need really to have this digital and AI awareness. And 4th, communication skills. We live a world of communication, social media, news, press. So communication skill is becoming really essential. This is the 4 skills, I think, that are nowadays essential with the macroeconomic and financial skills.
And a huge need, definitely. Dr. Sami bin Naceur, definitely we are, really having a beautiful conversation and very interesting. Honestly, you are enlightening us, but unfortunately we are out of time. Any last message you would like to convey for our viewers?
So one last message, I think for the next 10 years, we want to make the center the hub of capacity development for the region. That's my last message. And we will work very hardly on this, and I have a great team at the CEF, and we have really a strong support by the KIA to do this job.
Definitely, this is amazing and a beautiful goal or task, to put, in mind for future. Dr. Sami bin Naceur, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this kind of invitation, and wish you a
great thanks, dear viewers, to our Director of International Monetary Fund and the Middle East Center for Economics and Finance. Dear viewers, we'll go for a break, and after that, we'll be back, so don't go away.